Hey everyone, welcome to GIEF Galore. So basically this video is largely based on ZANGIEF and his gameplay and my matches. There might be some unbiased just because I was in training mode and I was just waiting for a match to come on. So as you guys can see, in this match I'm only level 2. I only got this game a couple days ago. This guy's level 15. I don't know how the ranking system works, but it just match you up whichever way. So CAMMY's pretty mobile. She has a really good agility. She runs across the screen a lot. I do try to get in close range of her. I do some of my small pokes. But yeah, the best way sometimes is just to walk across the screen rather than to dash. It's hard to like engage the opponent the correct way sometimes. So it looks like he's countering me really well, especially with that cannon spike. But again, that's like one of my signature moves. I poke 2 times, maybe a trip, and then I do the Siberian Express. That's the one when he walks across and tries to grab the character. There is some timing to it, but then I think I missed it right there where I did a back jump. But I got him right there. That was like the EX version of his Siberian Express. I find it a lot harder to do his signature move, the screw pile driver. But then this one is a very sexy move. This one's called the BORSCHT DYNAMITE, when you first jump in the air and you grab them out of the air and do a big slam. I anticipated that his first move would be a jump. I hardly get that right, but then, you know, once in a while I just have this feeling like, being that it's CAMMY, she jumps around, runs around really quick. Maybe this person like is wanting to jump in first, so I got him on that one. And look at that damage on that hit, like all those combos, and then she did a super on me. That was pretty good. With ZANGIEFs, I've been using my first couple replays will be on the controller, PS4 controller. I feel his mobility, his walks, to engage the opponent is a lot easier than to use the fight stick. And I just got the fight stick like on Friday, like 2 days ago. So I've been using that to play with ZANGIEF as well. As well with this fight money and stuff, I did try to understand a little bit. Looks like you have to gain fight money to get more costumes and characters and DLC, right? Downloadable content in the future. So we're gonna wait on that, and it takes a while to get fight money, and you gain it every time you win a match. I think sometimes I think we'll see if I gain any when I lose a match. There will be a one match where I did lose. It was coming up. So I did find out there's lots of players who play Ken, and this one's like a level 18 while I'm level 3. You can see it on the screen. And with Ken, again, he's like, at least now with the Street Fighter 5, I don't see as much fireball spamming, uppercuts. But they do a lot of those wake up uppercuts, which I really hate. And I try to bait him on that, which I hope you guys will see soon. So he tries to do his hurricane kick. The LARIATs, I'm pretty good on point on those if I want to punish you with them. So again, I did one of my favorite moves. I tried to do the running bear grab. I call it the running bear grab. But apparently it's called the Siberian Express. Again, if you want to know how where to get these information, there's this app on the phone. The app on the phone is actually called VFRAMES, and then you can download it on iPhone or your Android phone. I'll show you guys where it is. So with the gameplay of ZANGIEF, you know, you always have to engage the other person, but I had a perfect health, and then he has to come to me now. So then you know, sometimes some people you play, they think the best way to play against ZANGIEF is to corner themselves and throw fireballs, and it's just like they're trying to cheese you. So, you know, I'm not saying there's cheesy players, but they just want to win. I understand that. So again, my LARIATs are on point when they jump over me. Again, I did it again. It's like, you should know better than to jump into ZANGIEF like that. Again, I poked twice, and I did the running bear grab, or what they call the Siberian Express. I do like that as a new move. He never had that move before. But then in Street Fighter 4, he had the too late move. Oh my god, that move was pretty sexy. I think he did like 2 suplexes. One suplex and he jumps into another one. That was a pretty nice one. I do miss ZANGIEF's green hand. I was never really a ZANGIEF player before. But I feel like in Street Fighter 5, he is so much better with the new moves that he has. I know I don't exercise all his moves all that well. He has Iron Muscle, which I don't even utilize until like later in this video, near the end when I face a higher level Ryu. And I feel like he has so much potential and he's yet unrated. Here we see KARIN, and KARIN is like a character that I've not much information on. According to V-Trigger, she has pretty good normals and mobilities, I think. I tried to play her in like the story mode, but then I wasn't sure what I was really doing with her. Let me see. She is her style is Kanzuki Ryu, whatever that means. So it looks like she's just more hands-on player, but not like a grappler. So she has to get close in order to win. So I'm basically taunting her like, if you want to win, you have to get close to me now. That I don't have to come to you. Again, I do my 2 pokes and I do the EX Siberian Express. The EX Siberian Express is so much better just because if they hit you, like which most people will try to spam against ZANGIEF so they don't get grabbed. You know, they spam that low punch, low hit punch, and then they will try to counter your grab, you know. So I don't try to spam as much as I need to. And as you can see, when I do that Siberian Express, sometimes I grab them like right when they wake up, because I give them enough space to bait them. Like they don't know what I'm gonna do. So then, if you guys want to rewind a little bit, you'll see it again. And again, I did like Siberian Express like 4 or 5 times in this one match within 28 seconds.
You win.
I do think ZANGIEF's pretty fun to play. I think he's hard to play, especially if you play against someone of a high skill level. So it looks like fight money is like around 50 every time you win. Right here I'm just playing around with Bison and getting some of his combos down. I do like Bison. I might use him more in the future as one of my main characters. So this is the match where I lose pretty badly too. So this guy knows how to use DHALSIM really well. I start out pretty good. I do my 2 pokes and a Siberian Express. And again, so you see I give him that spacing and I try to taunt him right here. Like, what am I going to do? Am I going to do it again? No. I actually try to do the crossover jump. And so I corner him pretty well, but then like, you know, he finally escapes it, but then I couldn't do enough damage. So this is where he gets cheesy. He starts throwing fireballs and then like doing some low punches. And being DHALSIM, he has that advantage. And it's harder for me to get across the screen. I realize I need to probably utilize more of ZANGIEF's moves. One of them most likely being the Iron Muscle, where if he can charge up into when he turns red and he can charge up and take damage and walk across the screen as well. So I will be practicing that more. As you can see, this guy, Void Walker, is actually pretty good with DHALSIM. Start using my mouse just to show what I'm talking about. So with this match, I lost, but like I accepted it, you know. I'm like, this guy's pretty good. I try to use the Lariat to like avoid the fireballs and get closer. But like when I get closer, you see he throws me, or when I try to jump, he throws a fireball. I try to block or walk through and Lariat, but then he jumps back. It's just like, how are you supposed to engage this guy, right? I see this is where like ZANGIEF's green hand would probably come in into work. So I can't even jump in. I can't really walk over, and he's being really cheesy, and he has full health. Like, you know, I'm not giving much. You can see ZANGIEF's stun bar. It's actually pretty big. He has a health of 1050, and his stun is actually 1050, and that's like how I know that's through the VFRAMES app, which you can download on your phone. Which I am very disappointed that Street Fighter 5, when it came out on I bought the CD, right? Usually the CD comes with a booklet to give you all the player moves, and it doesn't give it to you here. Let me pause this real fast. You can see when you lose, you actually don't get any fight money. I thought I paused it, but it didn't pause. So you don't get any fight money when you lose. And then after I lost to DHALSIM, they gave me a level 1 chem. Like I played this guy named Shredder. He's actually level 1. Do I really think he's level 1? I'm not sure. Like until you actually play them, it might not mean anything. Like it just means that maybe he just started playing, but doesn't mean that he doesn't know how to play. Like look, he knows how to do a fireball. So with my Lariats, I'm pretty good at. But later, when I realized it's harder to do a Lariat on the arcade stick, because then that button is so much farther on the right, and I feel with the controller I have everything within my fingers. It's just like a button away. So I clean up this guy really easily. So I feel like Street Fighter 5, there's so many Ken players. I mean, he's more dynamic, I think, more agility than Ryu. He's more everywhere. He's more mobile. think there's some lag right here. Shoot. Let me try to fix this. Sorry. I mean, this match is not that important anyways. There's some lag, sorry. Let me try to get this back. Sorry guys. I might still post this just because I've been talking for so long already. Okay, there's some lag issue. Okay, let's just leave it right here. So just to continue where we left off, so those are my famous moves. I just poke, and slam. Looks like Ken is almost gonna get stunned. He's almost there. There we go. He gets stunned right there. And according to the V-frames, Ken's stun meter is actually 1,000. So, you know, just have to keep pressuring them, especially when he's in the corner. You just keep attacking until you get in there. So let's look at the fight money this time. So fight money is 50 points I got. So it got me to 3,600. An experience of 100 to get me 1,250. So what does that mean? Let's take a look here. There's a reason why I use this one. So, no, not this one. So right here it says, on the forum on Shoryuken, characters are 100k to unlock, and costumes are 40k for fight money. So people talk about it, and people even talk about how they lost fight money because somehow the server was down, or like the game wasn't keeping good track of it. Some people talk about it right here. It's like, oh, they had 300k, but it dropped to 290k, 10k disappeared. I mean, you know, just to get, you spent time to get this stuff, and we all wish, you know, costumes are a lot easier to get. So they said for the whole game, 640k for all the stories. So that's a little bit too much. So this is, they talk about the V-frames, and this is what it looks like on the iPhone. But this is on, I mean, this is on Google Play. Let me see if it's here. There's one on, oops, sorry. Should be right here. There's a picture. Yeah, this is the one on iPhone 6, and this is how it looks like. It looks pretty good. It tells you what to do. So I installed this app, and I even put it on. I actually put it on my home screen. Like, you eat, sleep, and play Street Fighter 5. Like, I even took out my Facebook app just to put that one in. So I do think M. Bison, he's pretty iconic for Street Fighter 5. He does have like a really good moves. I do like the fireball move. Again, I'm just trying to engage people and they're stunned. So now I get matched at level 3. I'm at level 3 versus this guy's level 28. So I wish they give you more information on these offensive stats and stuff. But I don't know when that comes to play. Maybe I have to play ranked or something. This is all casual actually. But then, you know, even in casual, people go serious, to be honest. Alright. So this is like probably my 4th or 5th match with Ken all night long. And here we go again. This guy's level 28, so I'm pretty sure he knows what to do. I'm just trying to get him into a good area. There again, I poked him twice and I slammed him with the Siberian Express. So I tried to space him out and do that, but he did a wake up EX uppercut, so you know, what am I going to do, right? So I tried to do it again, so at this time it worked. And after this one, I'm going to do a crossover right there. And then it was successful. And I did an EX, but he did EX Fireball, so it cancels out Zangief's move. This is when, like, you know, I wish Zangief actually had more mobile moves, like Green Hand. I really do miss it. I really think it's a good move. So I finally poked him down and did my final move. It's not that I wouldn't do Zangief's other signature move. I feel like it's so much harder. Like, his Screw Pile Driver. I mean, it looks really good, but I don't know why it's so much harder to pull off than the Siberian Express, which is only like a half circle, whereas the Screw Pile Driver is a full circle. But again, they do about the same damage, and this one gives Zangief on mobility. So with my movements right there, it's like I'm trying to like tell him like, what am I going to do? So I stun him now, and then I just keep slamming him just because, look at the damage, like 2 slams like took out like, you know, a quarter of the life at least. Now he has a little bit left, so I'm just trying to bait him just to like do some footsies and finish him off. And there we go. You guys notice I don't really do much of his V triggers and stuff like that. That's because I'm not really used to needing him to be in those spots. Like, especially when people cheese me, it's like it's hard. So what I don't understand right here is, if you look, like, this is like a day later. somehow I've been playing some whatchamacallit, storylines and stuff. This guy's like level 4, but all of a sudden I jumped to level 72. And I swear, oh, level 5 right here. So I don't know what the 72 means, but it was 3 or 4 the other, like, yesterday. So today it says 72. I don't know how that happened. So now this is my final match versus this Ryu. I think Ryu, he has the same moves. I haven't had anyone really parry my moves. I mean, I'd be impressed if you can parry most of my moves, but if you start parrying Zangief's grabs, it's not really gonna work. What I don't like is like Street Fighter 5 load time takes quite a while. But I do think like the new fight scenes, like the new fight backgrounds are a lot nicer. I do miss the hippopotamus in Street Fighter 4, the Africa one. Just watch this match underway. So this is where I try to use Iron Muscle. So I show them like, oh, so Iron Muscle is good with even like 2 hits, as long as you can parry them well. You can see my the graph of my life is slowly gaining back. I'm trying to waste some time space somehow. I know I have to get my life back, so I do my Lariat and to take down him a little. I'm still at full health, so I think I got hit a little bit. And then this Ryu is just trying to do his pokes and stuff. He's not trying to do his fireballs. So he tried to do a combo right there, but his EX I got blocked. His counter stuff. Oh, look at that. So I do like that I poke him and do the throw. That's just my signature move. Let's see, he activated his V trigger, which I should have done mine, which is all you do is press hard punch and hard kick together. It's pretty easy. I'm just so not used to it, so I just waited for him. And usually when people throw fireballs, you could just jump over it or do a Lariat. But I jumped, and then he thought he could just jump over and do some damage, but I did my Lariat. So I dash over, try to gain more area. Especially in the beginning of the game, just try to close down the space. So Iron Muscles, sometimes it works, sometimes it does. It's hard to like understand, even at my level. I'm a beginner, I'm not even a pro, just trying to see how it works. So again, I like to do that, like when you slam them on the ground, they have to wake up again. I try to grab them again right away. It really like, defeats their oh, there you go. I finished the match. So I think that's about it. This is it for my video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Looking at this, it says it failed to send the match to the server. So it happens quite often. I don't know what's wrong with the server, but I really hope they fix this and they include more Street Fighter 5 characters soon. I'll be very happy to play Alex, especially. It'll be my first time. Thanks for watching, and please tune in again.